So welcome. In this video we are going to discuss about heat engine, heat pump and refrigerator from thermodynamics point of view and conceptually. So we are going to learn about what is the relation between heat absorbing and heat rejecting. So let's dive right into it. Firstly, it is heat engine. So heat engine is essentially a power producing device. It produces work or mechanical output. We can see the conceptual diagram here. There is an hot reservoir, the any part which is at higher temperature. Heat engine absorbs heat from it, that is Qin or Q input taken in. Heat engine gives work as output and rejects some part as Q out. Now according to energy balance, Q in minus Q out must be equals to W, because let's say there is a 10 kilojoule of heat is taken by the engine and maybe 4 of it is rejected, then 6 is available as work output according to the law of conservation of energy. The goal here is to get work output. Any engine is working to get mechanical energy out. This W is my goal. And how does our practical systems fit into it? Let's say an example of nuclear power plant. So in which we burn nuclear fuel or generate a reaction, fission reaction essentially, to generate tremendous amount of heat. So my reactors are here. Okay, so these are reactors which generate heat higher temperature, which gives heat to the system. This part is my closed system. There will be a water running inside it. By taking this heat, it will be converted into steam, and steam turbines runs to give work output. And then this steam is sent to condenser, which rejects out the heat to the colder environment. So that is my Q out. So nuclear reactor plant fit right into it. This diagram can be pursued for any practical engine systems. For example, let's take a internal combustion engine of vehicle, two-wheeler or a four-wheeler. Whatever fuel we are burning, it generates very high temperature and flue gases. They are considered here. They are the hot reservoir. That energy is given to the engine and it produces mechanical power output, and the engine also rejects heat to the colder surrounding. So any power producing device using heat engine can be fit right into it. Most of the power producing device fit into the definition of heat engine. There are some which we cannot fit in here, but we will see on them later. So almost all of them fits here. The next part is heat engines efficiency. So efficiency is basically what is the output of any device divided by what is the input I have given. So performance is measured by whatever I am getting as an output divided by whatever I have paid for, right? So in case of heat engine, the efficiency is calculated by W, which is my work or electricity output of any power plant, divided by the fuel. Maybe it may be the nuclear fuel, or maybe the coal, maybe petrol, whatever I have paid for. So that will be the Q in, right? So by energy balance, I can write W as Q in minus Q out. So this is another formula for efficiency, Q in minus Q out upon Q in. Both of this can be used to find efficiency. Nextly, we are going to see heat pump. So heat pump can be said to the reverse of the heat engine. It is power absorbing device. Here the work is pursued as input Q in. It it is the heat absorbed from the cold reservoir, and the total of this is rejected as a Q out to the hot reservoir, that is hot temperature surroundings. So heat pump is reverse of that of heat engine. Can pursue it as, here the goal is not producing work, or it is not even Q in, taking the heat in, it is rejecting heat out. So the goal is to reject heat. So we can pursue it as a room heater when the day is cold outside and the room is slightly at a higher temperature than the outside, but we are still heating it more for our comfort. So heat pump can be pursued as room heater. Now we don't define efficiency for it. Instead we define a coefficient of performance. So what is the performance of pump? What I have as a output, what is the desired effect, that is heating a hot reservoir. So Q out is my desired effect divided by my input. So this is my desired effect, this is what I have paid for. Again, by energy balance, W can be written as Q out minus Q in. So the COP formula for heat pump is Q out upon Q out minus Q in. The refrigerator is essentially the same device, power absorbing, and you can say that the diagram is also same. The work is input, heat is absorbed from the cold reservoir, heat is rejected to hot reservoir. Just the difference is, here this is my desired output. I have to extract the heat from the cold reservoir. For example, in your fridge, we are extracting heat from the already cold ice box and rejecting it to the kitchen surrounding. So goal is absorb heat, and it can be seen as domestic refrigerator. So what will be the coefficient of performance? Obviously desired output upon input. So desired output is Qn and input is W, which can be written as Q out minus Qn using energy balance. So there is a relation between the heat pump and heat reservoir. Let's say I am using a device which works between the same hot and cold reservoir, and the Q out, Q in and W values are the same. So Q out, Q in and W have same value, and this is working as a pump. So for pump, Q out upon Q out minus Q in will be my COP. Remember that this will always be greater than 1 because the denominator is less than Q out. We are subtracting something from Q out, so this will be less than Q out. But numerator will always be Q out, which will be greater than denominator. So COP will always be greater than 1. Then if the same device is working as a refrigerator, then Q in will be my desired output and divided by Q out upon Q in. So if I subtract the LHS, I can see rightly that this is essentially this equation, Q out minus Q in upon Q out minus Q in, which is the same thing in numerator and denominator, so can be written as 1. So COP of heat pump and COP of refrigerator they differ by 1 for essentially the same value of Q out, Q in and W. Let's see one worked. So example now. This is the example of heat engine. It says that if you run heat engine that takes 900 kilowatt of heat and rejects 738 kilowatt of it, what is the power generated by the engine and what is the efficiency of this heat engine? Now by energy balance, we know that Q in minus Q out, that is 900 minus 738 will be 162. That will be my work output, that is nothing but the power generated by my heat engine. Q in, that is heat input, and Q out, that is 738, that is heat rejection. And for the efficiency, I know that output is work and input is Q in. So W upon Q in, 162 by 900. So this gives me the output as 0.8, and in percentage it is nothing but 18%. So this is it for the sum of heat engine. Similarly, we can do for heat pump and refrigerator. So thank you for watching this video. I hope this helps.